Chicken stir-fry with rice noodles. Some of the best street food I've ever eaten was in Asia. Every one of those little markets was filled with smells of delicious food that all centered around an Asian staple, noodles. Learn to cook those properly, and you'll be surprised how quick and easy it is to knock up a delicious dinner. First off, we're going to soak our noodles. Now, these are rice noodles. Into a bowl, and just pour the hot water over the rice noodles. Soak and rehydrate. 12 to 15 minutes to soften up. If you've got a wok, perfect. If not, just a normal size frying pan with big sloping sides. Pan on. Get it really nice and hot. Chicken breast, very lean, hardly any fat. On there, you've got this little fillet. Just slice that off. Now, the secret to getting it really nice and thin and to cut it into strips. Take your knife, keep it nice and flat on the board and sort of slice it in half, like a sort of scallop, like that. We call this butterflying the chicken. Take a rolling pin and nice and gently roll over the chicken. What it does, it sort of flattens it, allows you to slice it even thinner. And the thinner the slice of the chicken, the sort of crisper it gets, the quicker it cooks. Slice it in half. Just start slicing these nice, thin slices. And the good news is, one chicken breast can serve 2 or 3 easily. Next, wash your knife and finely slice garlic. The thinner the garlic, the crispier. This is a young, tender broccoli. Just slice them down. I want a bite to the broccoli. And normally you sort of paste the dish with 1/3 noodles, 1/3 vegetables, and 1/3 of your protein, chicken. With a dish that takes literally minutes to put together, it's really important to get everything organized. Everything needs to be at your fingertips. Touch of olive oil. Get that pan really nice and ready. Just starting to smoke. Drop the chicken in first. Touch of salt, pepper. Open up those little strands of chicken. Nice. Once you've started to sear off the chicken, get the garlic in. Now, let that get really nice and crispy. And the way to do it is to sort of spread all the chicken, the garlic, up the side of the pan. You can see why it's so important to cut the chicken into thin strips, because it colours and cooks at the same time as well. Really, really crucial. Now that garlic's getting really nice and crispy. Broccoli in. Feels strange putting raw broccoli in like that. Normally, we blanch it in boiling water, dry it out, but you want that crunch. Now, soy sauce. That helps to season it, but also stains beautifully. Soy sauce in. Lovely. That's exactly what I want. Now take that out. Give your pan a little wipe out. A little teaspoon of olive oil. Get that wok really nicely oiled again. Drain your noodles. They're beautiful. This is a really exciting way of finishing this quick stir fry. Very classic. 2 eggs in. Whisk up the eggs. And give that a really good whisk. Sort of almost spread it up the side of the pan. Lightly season the eggs, noodles in, chicken and broccoli in. And give that a really nice mix. You want the egg to sort of almost bring the dish together. That egg's cooked. Make sure you got that nice, even distribution of chicken, broccoli, garlic. Lovely. And then just finish that fresh lime. And there you have a very simple delicious stir fry with rice noodles. You'll find my next fast food classic all over America. Tasty chili dogs. For super quick and easy beef chili, add chopped onions to hot olive oil and cook until soft. Then add chopped garlic, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and stir to release their lovely aromatic flavour. Next, chili powder. Turn up the heat and break beef mince into the pan. Brown and season. Add tomato puree and cook through. Next, a glug of spicy Worcestershire sauce. Chopped tin tomatoes, dried oregano, add a sprinkle of sugar, cook Frankfurter or Bratwurst sausages, bung in a bun, and simply top with the spicy beef chili. Easy and irresistible, a dog worth crossing the street for. My third street food inspired recipe is Vietnamese style baguette with beef. Start slicing sirloin steak into strips. Then simply marinate in soy sauce, the salty, and runny honey, the sweet. And leave for up to 2 hours. Then thread your marinated beef strips onto skewers. And pan fry in hot olive oil. For the topping, which adds a lovely sour contrast, grate carrot and simply leave to pickle in rice vinegar. Next, make the easy dressing. Simply deseed and chop a chili, add caster sugar and lime juice, add a glug of fish sauce, slice a baguette. When lovely and brown, the marinated steak skewers are done. Remove and add, top with the pickled carrot, add cool sliced cucumber, drizzle over the spicy dressing, and to finish it off, add coriander leaves. Simple to make, but complex in flavour. Absolutely delicious. 3 stunning recipes from the streets to your home, guaranteed to take food on the run to a whole new level. Smoky pork sliders with barbecue sauce. Everyone loves a burger. They're a true fast food original, and that's the exciting thing about street food. You can take an old classic like that and reinvent it into something really exciting. When you think of a burger, what you need is a great sauce, and a light, smoky barbecue goes hand in glove with a great burger. Start by finely chopping 1 onion and 3 cloves of garlic. Nice hot pan, tablespoon of olive oil, onions and garlic into the pan. Nice seasoning, salt and pepper. Now, the secret of a good barbecue sauce is that really important caramelization to begin with. A nice tablespoon of brown sugar. It darkens the onions, but it really starts to sort of give that nice syrupy body to the sauce. I'll put a little bit of heat in there now. A nice teaspoon of smoked paprika. That's the important part of working with spices. You've got to cook them out and almost sort of burn off that rawness, especially with the smoked paprika. That's exactly where I want it to go. Onions and garlic, beautifully caramelized. Cider vinegar in. Reduce that down. Now, I've got a fantastic smoky base. To complete the sauce, I'm making my life really easy and adding pre-made Worcester sauce and tomato ketchup. Cook that out for 2 to 3 minutes. Now, depending on how thick you like the barbecue sauce, that determines how long you cook it out for. I don't want it to be too runny, but I don't want it to be too thick either. That's the consistency we're looking for. Lovely. Turn down the gas. Touch of seasoning. Now, take that out. It's the kind of sauce that I like to have sort of bottled up in the fridge. It's great for sandwiches, but goes brilliantly well with these sliders. Homemade, smoky, barbecue sauce. Give the pan a little wipe. Now, start the mix for the sliders.
To give my mix a really interesting flavour and texture, I'm going to be using unsmoked back bacon.
I travel all over the world, and I spend a lot of time in the States. They know how to make a great slider. Pork sliders, beef sliders, chicken sliders. And it's almost like a way of having a burger, but on a much smaller, miniature level. A little teaspoon of olive oil. I want that bacon to get really nice and crispy. Bacon in. This just gives a really nice sort of chunky, delicious mix. I want texture, and pork is perfect for a slider. And chop your shallot. Shallots are a lot sweeter than your normal white onion. Fine, 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 and in. Now that bacon's getting really nice and crispy, I want a bit of heat in there. Put a little teaspoon of smoked paprika in there. And when you see these sliders in the States, for one portion there's like 4 or 5 of them, little mini one-biters. Incredible. Now, take your pork, just open it up, and give that a really nice seasoning. So important. You can't season a slider after you've cooked it. It's impossible. So, season it nicely. Bacon. Now that's nice and crispy. Just take a little touch kitchen roll and just drain that off there. Nice. Pat that nice and dry. I want all that nice sort of crispiness in there. Beautiful. Mix all that in. Take a nice ball and sort of roll it size of a golf ball. Get it nice and round first, and then 3 fingers. Just pat that down. Don't flatten them too thin, otherwise they overcook and they go sort of dry.
Because sliders are bite-sized burgers designed to go in small buns, you don't want to make them too big.
Good. Get the pan nice and hot. Tablespoon of olive oil. When a slider is literally that thick, about 1 inch thick, you're going to take 2.5 to 3 minutes each side. In. Turn them over. Lovely. Once you've turned them, tilt the pan and just spoon all that juice back into them. Even my mouth's watering now. Very easy to dry the pork out, so just feeling it now with your fingers is nice and firm. It's a little touch of springiness in the centre. I'm happy with those.
Add your cheese now so it gets nicely melted. I'm using wedges of smoked cheddar.
And it adds that nice sort of soury, smoky creaminess to the slider.
Finally, shred a baby gem lettuce.
And just take those buns, make sure they're sliced nice and evenly. Take your lettuce, be quite generous with the lettuce. Just a nice thin slice of tomato. Take your burgers. You can see that cheese. Beautifully melted. Your barbecue sauce. Place the top on. And that is my version of a slider that is small, dynamic, but packed full of flavour. I'll take that over a hamburger any day.